Global supply chains operate in a state of constant, unpredictable motion, but the software managing them was built for a world that stands still. Traditional enterprise systems of record process data in weekly or monthly batches. When a port closes or a storm hits, that delay creates an immediate, massive blind spot for your operations. You see the symptoms of this every day on the planning floor. Highly trained professionals spend hours manually exporting data and reconciling disjointed spreadsheets just to figure out what went wrong yesterday. The result is that your most expensive supply chain talent is trapped in a permanent cycle of reactive firefighting, scrambling to patch holes instead of optimizing for the future. In modern logistics, having a dashboard that simply predicts a delay isn't enough. Predictive intelligence without autonomous action is just noise. Traditional dashboards are effective at reporting the past. They are not designed to prevent the crises of the present. So you have tens of millions of dollars sunk into a legacy ERP system. When the next major disruption hits, how do you actually modernize your response? You essentially have three paths: endure a multi-year legacy upgrade, hire a bespoke data giant, or bolt-on agentic AI. To understand that third option, look at this logic flow. A traditional predictive dashboard flags an error and waits for a human to fix it. Agentic AI flags the error, simulates the optimal fix, and automatically routes the solution back into your system. You are moving from software that tells you what might happen to software that actually executes the necessary correction in real time. Major cloud providers are behind this approach. Google Cloud, under CEO Thomas Kurian, is restructuring its enterprise AI stack around this agentic model. The path you choose dictates whether your enterprise remains vulnerable to the next macroeconomic shock or builds an operational core capable of autonomous correction. Let's look at the incumbents, platforms like SAP IBP, Kinaxis, and Blue Yonder. Their undeniable strength is creating a highly stable, centralized system of record. We can evaluate them using this matrix. Under legacy planners, you get maximum organizational stability, but you are locked into slow, rigid batch planning cycles. These tightly integrated engines require perfectly structured data, creating architectural rigidity. Because of this, they struggle to ingest unstructured signals like real-time weather or social sentiment. Customizing these platforms triggers an 18-month timeline and heavy capital expenditure. Legacy systems guarantee that your books match and your organization is stable, but you pay for that stability by sacrificing real-time agility. Option 2 is the bespoke alternative, Palantir Foundry. It is designed to act as a central operating system for absolutely every piece of data inside your enterprise. If you need to integrate thousands of disparate databases into a single, highly customized view, Palantir has the integration power to do it. But look at the architecture. It functions as a closed black box. To build these models, you must embed their specialized engineers directly into your operations. This high-touch model creates a massive cost barrier, with multi-year contracts reaching tens of millions of dollars annually. Palantir solves the enterprise data silo problem. However, it requires a nearly limitless budget, and you surrender deep internal ownership of the technology. The modern alternative is the Agentic Overlay. A leading example is Pluto7's PI Agent, built on Google Cloud. Instead of ripping out your existing SAP core, you use tools like BigQuery and Gemini to create an intelligent, flexible layer that sits directly on top of your current system of record. A manufacturing data engine bridges the gap, merging IT data from your ERP with operational data from the factory floor. This enables real-time demand sensing. If a shipment is delayed, an AI agent calculates the optimal response and autonomously executes a reroute in milliseconds. In our matrix, agentic overlays give you high data flexibility and sub-second action speeds. They also change how you buy. A fixed-price private offer on the cloud marketplace lets you deploy pilots in weeks by drawing down existing cloud commits. Agentic AI delivers rapid return on investment and high agility, but it requires you to rethink how your procurement team buys software and how your planners verify machine execution. Your immediate reality is deciding exactly where to allocate this quarter's modernization budget. If your primary constraint is maintaining absolute structural stability and protecting heavy sunk costs, you should stick with upgrading your legacy planners. If you have a virtually unlimited budget and prefer to outsource the engineering of complex data integrations, the Bespoke Giants are your solution. But if your driving constraints are speed to value, fast return on investment, and real-time execution, you need to pivot to an agentic overlay like Pluto7 on Google Cloud Platform. Evaluating these options requires you to weigh the capital and time drain of monolithic software deployments against the agility of drawing down existing cloud commitments. There is no single software suite that fits every company. There is only the right strategic trade-off for your specific operational and financial realities. Moving forward requires a clear internal shift. Your team has to transition from simply managing a system of record to actively supervising an agentic task force. This leads to the ultimate objective, a supply chain network where disruptions trigger automated rerouting and procurement without manual intervention. While the legacy bottlenecks detailed earlier are real, the path to bypass them through overlays is now technically viable. The hurdle is determining which operational workflows are ready for this level of automated execution. Over the next decade, market dominance won't go to the companies with the largest ERP systems. It will go to the ones with the fastest